Hello, this is Woman Thou Art, a program where women share their real-life experiences on various issues and how they have thrived in their respective careers or businesses. I'm your host, Faith Katai. Today in the studio, I have with me Inonge Imvula, who is an entrepreneur as well as a life coach whose main aim is on personal development with the purpose of raising leaders that will impact the world. Inonge, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Faith. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. Before we get into what we do, I would like you to just tell us about yourself. Who is Inonge?
Okay, so Inonge is simply a young lady that is 35 years old, Zambian by nationality, born and bred in Lusaka, Zambia. So I am a mother, I am a sister, I am a daughter, I am a niece, I am so much more. And yeah, simply put, I am a speaker, trainer, and coach with the John Maxwell team based in the USA.
So in terms of your tertiary education, briefly explain, where did you study from? What have you done in your life?
Okay, so I went to Zikas. I did Zika. I'm an accountant by profession, actually. I graduated in 2017, yes. And I also did my speaking, training, and coaching with the John Maxwell team in 2019 in Florida, USA. Yeah.
So being an accountant, what really motivated you to get into this life coach?
Okay, so basically, I'll start by when I was young, right? When I was young, I liked teaching, and I would gather the kids around the compound and begin to teach them. But then I was at Sacred Heart of Jesus in primary school, and it's a Catholic school, so run by sisters. But then I didn't really like the way the sisters dressed, so I was like, I can't be a teacher because I don't want to dress like these teachers. And so I think there was that element of me that liked, money from a tender age. So I asked myself, what career, would involve me having money? And apparently I was taught, oh, if you're an accountant, you'll be dealing with money. If you're an accountant, you deal with money. So I pushed aside the teaching aspect and decided, okay, I'm going to be an accountant. So I grew up saying I'm going to be an accountant. And after I finished my grade 12, I went to Zamim. From Zamim, I went to Zikas, and that's where I did my Zika from.
So like this becoming a motivational speaker is something that is new on the market, especially in our Zambian society. How has been the response from the community?
Well, I would love to start by clarifying to say what I do is not really motivational speaking, but I speak on personal development as well as leadership. But then the thing is, because it is new, Zambians just label it as motivational speaking. So there's a difference between motivational speaking. If you're a motivational speaker, you'll be giving out motivation. But what I do is not give out motivation. I give out insights on personal awareness, personal development, as well as leadership. So now coming to the response, on the Zambian market with regards to what I do, is they have just labeled it as, motivational speaking. So we are yet, and we've been, trying to address this fact that, for instance, I'll give you a well-known speaker here in Zambia who speaks on entrepreneurship, the radical speaker, Dumisani. So people call him a motivational speaker. No, Dumisani is not a motivational speaker. He is an entrepreneurship speaker. So that's where the difference is. The Zambian market has been responding very well, especially when they get to have a feel of the content. Yes.
Great. So in terms of your target audience, who are they? Who are the targeted audience for the coaching?
Okay, so I deal with the corporate institutions. I deal with religious organizations, which are churches, as well as individuals. Yeah, and also colleges and universities.
Wonderful. So what are some of the programs that you are undertaking, especially that are bettering the lives of women and girls in your life coaching?
Okay, so I am writing and I publish every quarter our daily word of inspiration. So this is not a Christian book, like a Christian devotion. No, but this is a personal development devotion where somebody gets to read a page a day. Yes. So this is for women, this is for girls, this is for ladies as well as youths, that really want to become the best version of themselves. So under my speaking, training, and coaching, I'm also an author, and I've decided to go that route so that, women can be readers, They say if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Yeah, so what I've decided to do is, to let insights out in a book that is not so strenuous to read. Just a page a day. Just a page a day.
Okay, so these daily inspirational quotes or inspirational messages, are they in a book or they are published every day? How can one access them?
Okay, so it's a booklet that goes with a journal, actually. Yeah, so you could buy them either on Amazon, or you could contact me on my socials. There is a WhatsApp number, especially on Facebook, Moments with Inonge. There is a WhatsApp number, so you could get to contact that line if you want to purchase, or you could come to my office, 4 Bishops, Block B, Kablonga.
Wonderful. So coming to challenges, let's talk about challenges. As a life coach, focusing on personal development, what are some of the challenges you've encountered in your past?
Okay, so wait, are these challenges with myself or challenges with the people that
challenges yourself in actually in this path of being a life coach, of becoming a life coach, like focusing on personal development? What are some of the challenges that you've encountered and how have you overcome them?
Okay, so my main challenge has actually been resonating with adults, with those that are maybe past the ages of 35, 36, going up there, because they're already working, they're already trying to, put food on their table. They do not feel they have this need for them to actually engage in personal development. That's a real challenge that I've had. Yeah. But then in overcoming it, I've really tried to show them that, look, in as much as you may be working, you may have a thriving career, there's lots of parts of your life that make you you. This is why sometimes you could find that somebody is wealthy financially, but they still commit suicide. Why? It's because there is a part of them that is not being fulfilled, hence the void. So I try to bring it out to them to say, look, as a person, just as your body has so many parts, right? Even your personal being, your personal development, it requires so many aspects: the mental health, your emotional, your social, your spiritual aspect, your finances, your career, so many aspects. Yeah.
Wonderful. We'll now go on a short break.
Woman Thou Art is a program that offers counsel to the female folk, sharing real-life experiences and providing guidance to the women and young girls on necessary steps and conducts that will help shape and nurture a sober society. Watch Woman Thou Art on Zenith TV every Wednesday at 18:30 hours on the Topster channel, channel 6 DTT and channel 458 DTH.
Welcome back. In case you have just tuned in, you're watching Woman Thou Art, a program where women share their real-life experiences on various topics. Today in the studio, we have Inonge Imbula, who is an entrepreneur as well as a life coach whose aim is to raise leaders that will impact the world. Inonge, getting back to our interview, you had mentioned you are an entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
Yes. So what other businesses are you involved in?
Okay, so I'm into the clothing business as well as supply business. I'm a general dealer in the supply industry.
Awesome.
So I run some boutiques, yes, and I run a general dealing company.
So how has been your entrepreneurial journey? Maybe you can elaborate further for us.
It's been well. It's been well. And then every entrepreneurship endeavor has its ups and downs. So especially with my clothing business, from the time I graduated from Zika 2017, I told myself, you know what, I'm not going to work in an office. I have to start doing my own business. So I started traveling to South Africa, and I would buy clothes from South Africa. From there, my business grew, and then I started going to China. I'll travel like almost every six weeks. And then COVID hit. Yeah, COVID hit. So, there was that lockdown where you can't go to China anymore. And then technology came in, where you now have to order things online. So a case where sometimes you order things and then you receive the wrong things. And imagine they were coming by sea. So it takes you 2 months to receive wrong stuff. And then how do you start sending them back? So I saw a decline in my clothing business. And but then at the same time, all things work together for good. It so happened to be that was the time that I was actually discovering my gift, which is actually speaking, which led me to the life coaching. So with the clothing business, during the time of COVID, it was a bit of a struggle, but it ushered me into this life coaching, which I've taken on. And so far, so good. I'm trying to balance all aspects.
Wonderful. I'm taking you back to life coaching. Life coaching is something that is really involving. How do you manage to balance your life, your social life and family life?
Okay, so as a coach, that really talks about personal development. I usually love to say, and this is a fact, personal development is based on personal awareness. So how I balance is by being aware of the point at which I am at in my life. You see, for me to balance my family life, my social life, my career life, I have to know at what level exactly am I on my journey. So based on where I am, that's where I set my priorities from. So say, for instance, because I'm a life coach who speaks actually globally, so I have so many travels in and out of Zambia. So now how do I balance that with my family aspect? So I know that at this point, this is the foundation of my career. So I pay attention to my career. And then when I am back home, I know what time specifically I should pay, like attention to my children. So I balance through prioritizing. Yeah, through prioritizing, knowing very well that this is the foundation. After the foundation, I'm going to another level. So now what do I pay attention to? And I think this is something that many women struggle with. Yeah, they struggle with balancing their social life, their Christian life, their academics, their marital lives. But one thing I would like to let you know is, for instance, if you're a parent, right? And if your baby is 1 week, the only way for you to balance is for you to spend time with your baby, knowing very well that your baby will be grown maybe like at 6 weeks, and then you can leave your baby and go back to whatever it is that you do. So basically, just know what it is you're supposed to be doing and when, and do it. Then you balance. Then you won't even have to feel guilty, because many women struggle with that feeling of feeling guilty. Yeah.
Great. Generally, few women actually think outside the box the way you've done it. You are an entrepreneur, you are a life coach. What would you say to those women listening to this program?
Women, we are life-giving spirits. Yes, we are. So basically, if you're a life-giving spirit, you're not a copy and paste kind of person. You need to be innovative. Whatsoever your hands find to do, do it. But most of all, discover what your gift is, discover what your talent is, and discover what your passion is. Because once you discover what your talent is, your talent will set you apart from the crowd. So instead of just going with the flow because everybody is doing it, it's like, oh, okay, Inonge is thriving in the clothing business, so even me, let me open a boutique. No. What if Inonge is gifted in a way that, when she tries on her clothes, they look good and she sells fast, and then you're not? So what happens to you? So the first thing that I would love to tell women, that instead of going with the flow, Be authentic, because authenticity is your signature. Like, if you are truly who you are, you will thrive. So discover what your talent is, begin to use it. Discover what your gift is, what you are passionate about, and begin to use it. Don't go with the flow. You were created the way you were created, with unique abilities for a purpose, because everyone has a purpose they have to serve on earth. Imagine if just because Faith loves to sing and she's a good singer, and Inonge can't sing, but Faith is making it, so now I enter into the singing industry. What a blunder. What a waste of time, you know. So women, don't go with the flow. Know what it is that you have been called to be here on earth, and do it and be it, and you will thrive in it.
Inonge, would you say you are living your dream?
Well, I would love to say I am living my purpose, my reason for existence. You know, if I just limit it to say, okay, I'm living my dream, I think I would be limited, but rather I'm fulfilling purpose. I'm a purpose-driven woman, because I am using my gift, I'm using my talent, I am living and not just existing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm adding value to other women, to other youths, to everybody around me. So rather, instead of saying I'm living my dream, I think a nicer word is I'm living my purpose, a purpose-driven life.
5, 10 years from now, how does the future look like?
The future looks so bright. It looks so bright. The future looks me in it, speaking across the globe, which I'm doing, but on higher platforms. Yes. The future looks like nations coming to me for their counsel, like to receive counsel from me, wisdom from me, kind of the Miles Monroe kind of thing, but in a female version. That's what the future looks like.
Wonderful. Any last words to women who are watching this program and who would like to become like you, aspiring to become a life coach, who's aiming on personal development?
Okay, so my last words to all the women watching are, when you discover your gift, when you discover your purpose for existence, believe in yourself. You know, when you discover, it will not be automatic that you become what you have been predestined to become. There will be trials and tribulations. But in that very time, it is your belief. Sometimes you may even share your vision, the vision that you have of your future, you know, with a loved one. But because they don't see what you see, they may talk down on you. So the best word that I can say is believe in yourself, believe in your ability to thrive. Have that confidence, because when people see you doing something confidently, they will know that you're not there for play, but actually there for business. So believe in yourself, women.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Inonge, thank you so much for making an appearance on Woman Thou Art.
Thank you so much for having me, Faith.
We hope your message, your encouragement, someone has gotten an encouragement out of what we have discussed on this program, and they have seen themselves becoming someone in society.
I believe so. I believe so. I actually believe everyone that has watched, you know, has been inspired. Even if it's the men watching, I believe they've been inspired too.
Thank you. Well, viewers, that is all we had for you on Woman Thou Art. On this edition, we featured Inonge Imbula, who is a life coach and also a motivational speaker who's focused on personal development with the purpose of raising leaders that will impact the world. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team, my name is Faith Katai, saying bye-bye.